Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Are you on volume?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll wait.
Mrs. Purrs that wears pants, because have you guys seen those signs she makes for all our events? So, a little bit about this. When I was a senior on my downhill slide of the first time I was a senior in college, on the downhill side of my athletic career, as some of you may or may not know, I switched to playing football. In all honesty, I was the kicker. Okay. A lot of people don't categorize that as playing football. You're just on the team and they need you. But one of the cool things we did is, before our last home game, is that every senior got up and spoke about what football and what Baker University meant to them. And through Coach Ellison's classes and others, I always thought it would be a great thing, particularly to talk about what and how great St. Thomas Aquinas is, and the experiences that everyone has had through it. So not only does it give you a chance as parents to know what's been going on with them and what they've taken as important, but also for the younger girls to realize and soak in what it's about. And then on the other side of it is, at some point you all got to get up and you got to speak publicly, so it's a good practice. So that's kind of where this tradition all started. To kick things off tonight, we do have two guest speakers. The first one, they're a family duo, they're a family act, okay? The first one was a center back for us my first year. She was a junior. She is Coach Ellison's age. And I'll never forget my first conversation with Molly. It was unfortunately a bad time in Molly's life, because Molly unfortunately had just torn her ACL. And Molly is sitting on the bench at Villa Duchesne, where Elf thinks is the most beautiful place in the world. And all the St. Louis people chime in, it is. And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to tell Molly jokes to try to cheer up, because she just has this awful look on her face, which anybody would. And she finally just looks at me and she says, B, now's really not the time. And that's kind of where I first got to know Molly. And every day after that, I always made sure to chat with her. Be it give her a hard time about something, be it about something else. But I always made sure, because one thing that Molly did is she always kind of kept me in check. She might have been more mature than me at that time in life. Arguably still, according to Coach Ewing. Molly carried on the tradition of the Molly center back. I believe we decided over at our table that it started with Molly Lee, Molly Smith, Molly Corey, Molly Schmidt. So,
Yeah.
at the rate we're going, either hopefully a Molly comes in or Hanya changes her name. Or maybe her middle name is Molly, we don't know. But anyways, the second Molly in that food chain was a great center back for us. She also happened to be a great volleyball player. She had many opportunities to play soccer in college, but she chose volleyball. Yeah, you were Conference Player of the Year, weren't you? Yeah. All-American, excuse me. But she was very good, and the best thing about Molly is, and that's why we want to, when we try to bring people back, it's not just people that were great players for us, but great people. So, without further ado, Molly Smith.
It was funny, right when I walked in, the waitress sat down shrimp at the table, and all the girls were looking at you. Right when I walked in, the waitress set shrimp down at the table, and all the girls are pointing at it like, knew it, say shrimp. 7 years ago, when Elfie and I played we were still trying to get Ewing to say shrimp. Writing it on the forum, we love it. I'm glad the tradition continues. But first of all, congrats on getting to the semifinals. That's really exciting. I had to type this out so I would remember everything that I really wanted to say. But I'm just honored that Ewing and the coaching staff asked me to be here tonight, and it just brings back great memories. I had an amazing time. But anyways, here we go. So when I was asked to speak tonight, I decided to look through my old high school pictures to help hopefully inspire me with some words of wisdom. As I began to flip through them, I was smiling, laughing, and watering up all at the same time. I realized that playing soccer for Aquinas wasn't just an extracurricular activity I was involved in during high school. It was a huge part of my life for 4 years and continues to be a part of my life today. The memories I have and the friendships I developed will last forever. I'm actually moving in with one of my best friends that I met through Aquinas soccer. You've probably heard of her. It's Elfie. So, having played for Aquinas almost 7 years ago, I still remember the feeling of those pregame jitters and just being a part of something great. Even today, when people ask me where I went to high school and what I did there, the reaction to Aquinas soccer is always wow. We have a reputation and a tradition of excellence that I was still blessed to be a part of. For me, playing for Aquinas was more than just playing for an amazing soccer program. It was the bus rides, the beep tests, pregame warm-up, making fun of B. White. I thoroughly enjoyed all of it. Friday night, you have the opportunity to continue that tradition of excellence. A lot of teams are already done. There are young ladies that might be done with soccer for the rest of their lives, but not this team, not all of you. I've learned that life is all about opportunity. You have all created an opportunity for yourselves to do something really special. All of your hard work on and off season has gotten you here. The fall training sessions, the grilling beep tests, the long hot practices have gotten you here. Take advantage of the last moments you have of this season, because years from now, you'll wish that you had one more game to play, one more chance to wear your Aquinas uniform, and one more opportunity to dominate and win a state championship. So, thanks for letting me speak to you tonight, and good luck on Friday.
As an extra treat, we asked Molly's father to come back and speak to us.
You guys have a t-shirt.
Those that have seen the rules, he'll be available for pictures later. That is his t-shirt that started the tradition. You know, one thing about Aquinas is that we're all family, and I always talk about that and brag about that to everybody. And one of my first couple of years here, the Smiths were one of the first families to let me in and talk to me, and really held my hand through a parent party a couple of times. And so we thought, what a better way for somebody else who was so involved in our program than to have Mr. Smith come speak. Paul Smith.
Thank you for letting me speak to y'all. I just learned tonight that my 25-year-old daughter, who currently lives with me, is moving out. I'm wondering if she was going to tell me or if she was just going to leave a note on the dirty dishes in the sink. So I was told I have 2 minutes to speak. That's not much time. It seems like everything related to Aquinas soccer goes fast. The play on the field, fast. The season, very fast. For you seniors, the career at Aquinas, way too fast. So I'll be quick. First of all, I want to defend my honor. I understand that B. White continues to spread a story about me jumping into a pool at a parent party. It's my understanding that the tale gets exaggerated more and more every time it's told. I would like to warn B. White that I have details of an attempted cartwheel where his feet never left the ground. And I'm absolutely positive he would not want that shared. That being said, I'm truly honored and flattered to be able to share a few thoughts. What I hope to convey is that what you ladies are in the midst of is creating memories. For you, your teammates, your families, your coaches, and your school, the memories you are creating will never fade. I still hear songs on the radio that were played during warm-ups, bringing back memories of the team practicing their corner kicks before the games in the beautiful spring afternoon. I remember the butterflies that I experienced in the stands, and I'm just a parent watching. So these upcoming games are not just another game, it's a building of a memory. Play the game just like you should go through life, so you can say, I gave it my all. 100% physical effort, 100% mental effort. I have no regrets. I was faithful to my teammates, and my teammates were faithful to me. The tradition of Aquinas soccer continues. A defender in the back row with the first name of Molly. A goal scorer named Sweeney, although without all the yellow cards of her big sister. And another opportunity for a state championship. I thought we had a great run back in 05 through 07 with 3 state titles in a row, but this senior class can make it 4. So soak up every second of this journey and create a lasting memory. Years from now, you'll hear that familiar song on the radio and remember how it felt to be state champions again and again and again and again. So ladies, let the tradition continue. Go Saints.
If you guys want to know the truth, I can't do a somersault either. So, I heard that, Nick Discord. But seriously, you know, I know you guys hear the speeches and us talk about it, but you really don't get better people than the Smiths. They are grade A, top notch. So please, tonight when we're done talking, introduce yourselves and chat with them and get Paul's autograph. Shirt or no shirt, it's up to you guys. $5 or $10 difference there on the price. But without further ado, it's time to get what we really came here for, and that's the girls' speeches. So, to start tonight, we will start with Miss Borman. Don't worry, the sororities aren't here watching.
Okay. My very first memory of Aquinas soccer was in the summer of 2005, when I went to the grade school camp and I met now one of my best friends and teammate, Kelly Sweeney. I always knew from a young age that I would go to St. Thomas Aquinas and play soccer. I have loved my time at Aquinas and cannot believe it is coming to an end when the soccer season is over. Many of my memories from high school include soccer. These memories, either bad or good, I will always cherish them. All of the girls that I have met over the past 4 years have made me love Aquinas soccer. Soccer at Aquinas has allowed me to become friends with all these girls from this year and from months past. These are friendships I will never forget and always will be thankful for. I love coming to practice to see all my soccer girls so I can laugh, talk, dance, and have fun with them. I love telling people that I play soccer at Aquinas because the tradition of soccer is like no other. People who have never played Aquinas soccer don't understand how truly special the program is. I would like to thank all my soccer girls. First, all of you girls are beautiful, and I have loved playing with you or sitting next to you on the bench. You girls make everything better when I see your smiling faces. I would like to thank the coaches for making this experience like no other. I know that no other high school runs a program comparable to ours. Thanks for always making me laugh and encouraging me. Lastly, I'd like to thank my parents. I cannot tell you enough how grateful I am for you guys. You've supported me through all my years of soccer, through the good and the bad times. You guys were always on my side. I only have a couple days left of being an Aquinas soccer player, So let's make it memorable because I cannot think of any better last memory of Aquinas soccer than winning another state championship with all of you girls.
Bork, I just got a text. The Tridents were really impressed. Although that's not what you're doing, is it? It's, well, no, what's Riggs and Jill? Kappa, Gamma. She's going to be part of another family. Like our center back family, she's not going to be part of the Kappa Aquinas family with Jill Carroll and Rachel Riggs. So congrats on already joining Kappa Gamma, I guess. Oh, sorry. I don't think anybody's here. Next up, we have another senior. We move next to. Who's next? Annie Pezzle.
Hi, I'm Annie. 3 short years ago, I sat here in the same restaurant listening to Jordy Beck giving her senior speech. In it, she told us the Urban Dictionary definition of soccer girls. They are the prettiest, most amazing female athletes anywhere. They have talent and the most popular girls at school. And as I stand here today, those words could not be more true. Sitting in front of me are beautiful, talented, loving, smart, and courageous soccer girls who are the best in the state, the best in the region, and arguably the best in the nation. Playing soccer at Aquinas is so much more than being a part of a team and playing a game. When you come here, you are a part of a family, playing to keep a tradition alive. Although I have not been a part of any other soccer programs in high school, obviously, I can still guarantee that no others can compare. But this is something that we all know. I will be the first to say that being a part of the Aquinas soccer team is not always easy. Sometimes you'll cry, other times you'll laugh, and sometimes you'll be really, really angry. But regardless of how each day might go, at the end of the day when you lie down to go to sleep, you always know you're a part of something great. Whether you're a star on the team or not, you are a huge part of this and are blessed to be there, even though it doesn't seem like it all the time. Through my 4 years at Aquinas, I've been all over the map in regards to my status on the team. It wasn't always what I wanted it to be, but being a part of this program was worth every moment of hurt and disappointment. Being a part of this team has helped me find my best friends who I absolutely love. Each and every one of you girls has impacted my life and made me strong, and I'm so grateful to have known you all. Thank you for the memories.
Thank you, Annie.
Just got my state credential.
Next up, you guys staring at me like it's some real serious stuff. Next up, this young lady, I have to say there's, in coaching, one of my big things I always talk about is framing the back post. And this young lady, out of a 1 to 100 scale, she's at about a 97 that she gets it. Now there's that other 3% that she kind of gets it. But she's real quick to tell me she was there and had it. And, you know, I often equate our seasons to songs that go on. Because with girls, you know, we have the boombox going the whole practice. And a couple years ago, you guys all probably remember, unfortunately, the Call Me Maybe song. Yeah. Whenever I honestly think of Coach Sweeney, I think of two things. Number one, the back post and framing. And number two, the Call Me Maybe song. Seriously, those are the first, even in the games when I'm getting ready to yell, those are the first two things that come to my mind. But, future MU Tiger, Coach Sweeney.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Yeah.
today. I was not 100% sure what I was supposed to say, so I'm just going to say kind of about how I got here and how thankful I am to be here. So I'm going to start by thanking people, and I'd like to thank the Purses for putting this thing on for the past 4 years. We for sure got the best 4 years of the senior dinner. So thank you. I'd like to thank my parents. Oh my gosh, my mom. Okay, so I'd like to thank my parents and my family for always being there for me. And then specifically, I'm going to thank my sister, who isn't even here, but 14 years ago, she had to choose between going to Scion or Aquinas for high school, and she chose Scion. And then 3 days later, she transferred to Aquinas. So had she not transferred, I wouldn't be here. I would have ended up at Scion, so I'm very thankful for that. And I'd like to also thank my parents, because who in their right mind would let a child transfer after 3 days? God bless. So we've all been going to Aquinas soccer camp since we were tiny. We've been working to be the girls that they show on the videos at the camps. That's all we ever wanted, and that's all I've ever wanted. And approximately 8 years ago, I met Caroline Borman at camp, so sorry she already said that, but we became friends instantly, and we played Barbies and Nintendos and Guitar Hero after camp. So that's one memory I'll never forget from Aquinas soccer. I'd like to thank for that. But in all seriousness about soccer, I can't imagine my life without Aquinas soccer and the 9 coaches that come with it, and the amazing girls I have met while going through this program. We've shared through the years some tough losses and some tough forums, but more importantly, we have shared some great moments, like a few state championships and Ewing's tumble at Bishop Carroll. It's only okay to joke about it now because he's fine, he didn't break a bone. But I'm honestly very grateful to be a part of 4 different and amazing Aquinas soccer teams over the years, each one holding special memories like freshman year, Jones, IBS, it's just so great. And despite not winning the talent show this year, not even bitter about it, it's fine. Have you ever seen anyone carve a swan in an apple? I don't think so, whatever. This season has been great, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. It's been a great season to end my career, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we will end with a win. Thank you.
She did take second. I mean, I don't know.
First place.
The juniors were pretty good, so probably should have called it a tie, but can't go back and fix it now. So obviously we will know what Kelly will remember from me for the next. Next up, we have a young lady who, unfortunately, this year did not work out for her, and throughout her career, unfortunately, couldn't stay injury-free. However, she's been a huge part of this team, be it helping Elf with her phone, be it describing the weather for Coach Hammonds on the stats, which, I mean, I gotta tell you, she's got a future in meteorology. Things don't totally pan out. Between her and Ewing's talks just about anything, seriously, very entertaining. 2, Lindsay can also help tell me if they have a good concession stand or not, which I appreciate when we travel to places. Be it the candy, the pop, whatever the case may be. Lindsay's my go-to when she's there. So next up, Lindsay Pur.
Alright guys, what up? I knew I was giving a speech tonight. I knew Mary Tisador was giving a speech tonight. I was pretty intimidated. No one told me Paul Smith was coming. That was a little cheap. Okay, so I want to start off by thanking my parents who have so dedicatedly taken me to all my soccer practices and attended all my soccer games since I was the sprightly age of 4 while balancing my 3 older siblings' commitments on top of that. They are, without a doubt, my #1 supporters. They love me so much that they still come to my soccer games and watch me drunkenly, I might add, take stats. I also want to thank all of the other parents who come to support their children, in effect supporting our team. All of you are such a delight to talk to. You guys make me really okay. So for the last 3 years, I've heard seniors come up here and talk about the sense of community and how special the Aquinas soccer program is. And it truly is something else. I hear my club teammates dread the start of school season, and I know that I and many others at Aquinas count down the days until spring. My first experience with Aquinas soccer was the summer camp before my freshman year. I was so eager to be a part of the team. Mary and I would stay after camp ended and continued to play, subsequently also leading us to skipping a few days of summer weights. After camp, I borrowed DVDs of previous Aquinas soccer games and sat on my computer watching them. When I saw what I thought to be a traditional Aquinas soccer, I would stop and play the part over and over again, engraving it into my mind. I was so obsessed that when Mary, Annie, and I were playing soccer during freshman PE, I switched teams and scored on my own team so that we could practice one of the plays. Little did I know that this was only the beginning of a wonderful 4 years full of tradition, team dinners, 2-minute drills, forums, snowmen, and proof. Over the course of the last few years, I've gained some odd reputations. I have a tendency to injure myself before or during every season. People seem to think I know a lot about a lot of stuff. For example, I was recently asked what the name Hanya would change into if we went to Ukraine. I didn't know the answer to that then. I don't know the answer to that now. I do know that Hanya is of Hebrew and Native American origin. It means spirit warrior. I have OCD issues, and that is why Maddie McCormick has been banned from doing stats. I talk to myself, which I never considered odd until you guys made it seem odd. I looked up on the internet, and you know what? It actually is proven to help improve yourself and reach goals and memorize. In reality, though, coming here, we do not just bring our talents to the field, but also a piece of who we are. Our personalities make each of our experiences here so unique. And guys, let's be real. I'm a nerd at heart. And I genuinely enjoy studying. Soccer was rather inspirational in my studies. I mean, I've learned so much about knee dislocations. You could pretty much say I'm a doctor. I've learned about the patella, the surrounding tendons, the muscles. I've learned what to and not to do to help prevent injury or to help aid recovery. Actually, you guys, I was so enthusiastic about it, I thought reading about it wasn't enough. I chose to experience it 3 times. I think I get it. But on a serious note, you guys have taught/aided me in so much. Like, did you know Hans, Elf, and I actually had our own group meeting at one point so that they could help teach me at the SAT biology subject test? Ewing single-handedly got me into Harvard Summer School and the University of Notre Dame. I'm pretty sure Reynolds taught me something about math. I cannot recall it, but I'm pretty sure it happened. Mary inspired me to try out being a poet after our phenomenal performance, our freshman talent show, which consequently also made me teach myself how to beatbox in one day. I learned that I'm not very good at physics. If I pull down one side of the goal, there's a pretty good chance maybe second law of motion will take effect and pull the other side down as well, and possibly crush hands. Sam had taught me that Demi Lovato is a very nice lady. Kelly taught me, or better yet showed me, that some never grow too old for High School Musical. Turner has enlightened me on what it's like to be an engineer and have a job which utilizes engineering. Loaf's goalie transition taught me to never fear trying new things. There's a chance you might randomly be extremely awesome at it. But one of the most fascinating things I found at Aquinas Soccer was the incredible ability this program has to unite people. All of us come from such different backgrounds, some of which from different groups of friends. And though each year we welcome the new and say goodbye to the old, every spring the soccer program, without fail, unites a team that supports one another, improves one another, challenges one another, and inspires one another. Each girl sitting before me contributed something to this team in an effort to make us better as a whole. Each of our decisions to come to Aquinas and to be part of this team was a personal decision. But where we are today, what we will do at state, that's not the work of a personal goals or efforts, but the work of our uniquely harmonious group of girls. We came here as individuals, but walk away as a team. Coaches, teammates, parents, I thank you for letting me be part of the team for this month.
I did not teach her math. I'm really bad at math.
Next up, there's, in the history of Aquinas, there's legendary stories of how things happen and basically how anything happens in our world as coaches at Aquinas. This next one, we needed a goalkeeper. And through the work of Coach T. Ham and through the mad scientist that is Craig Ewing, they came together and they came up with Ellen Loafman. And I think you will see the results are astronomical when you look at where she'll rank all time with the goalies that have passed through here. I don't know where we would be as a coaching staff, and I don't know where we'd be as a team the past 3 years without Ellen Loafman in goal for us. I know as a college coach, I'm going to regret that we didn't get some things done to get her at my institution that I coach at. But that's life. So next up, Ellen Loafman.
Hey, I hope everyone can hear me. To begin, I'd like just to thank all the parents for all your support. You guys are really great. I'd like to say thanks to all the coaches. I would honestly not be here if it weren't for you. Every single one of you has helped me in so many ways. And I'd like to thank all my teammates. You guys have made so many memories with me that'll last a lifetime. You guys rock. I'd like to send a special thanks to my parents. They're awesome. I don't know how they do half the things they do, but they do. They let me go to Aquinas. They've driven me everywhere, come to like almost every game possible. And I just really appreciate you guys a lot. And special thanks to my siblings. Like, thanks for coming to my games. Like, you guys are cool. So my soccer experience, I started as a midfielder my freshman year. I actually played my first game on varsity as a starting midfielder with Lindsay Pur. I think they remember that game. It was interesting. After that, that was pretty much the peak of my season. I played JV the rest of the year. My sophomore year took a pretty strange turn, as you know. It was actually during the fall of my sophomore year. I was in second hour in the middle of a lab, and Coach Ewing comes into the classroom and pulls me out. Everyone in my class was like, what the heck is going on? But he asked me if I would play goalie, and I was like, sure, I guess. I'll try really hard. I was really thinking soccer doesn't start till March, so I don't know why you're asking me this. And then as soccer season rolled around, I found out we got a new goalie coach, T-Han. I honestly don't know where I'd be without you. You're literally so amazing. I love you. Also, like, thanks for just supporting all of the girls on this team. Like, we all appreciate it. I love you. My junior year was really exciting because I had a year fully under my belt, and
all the girls in this team supported me so much. Like, it was really rough coming in as goalie, but I appreciate all of them just like sticking with me and like helping me along during my journey. I'd also created a great friendship with Natalie Cutney, who really helped me through that. And according to Coach Hammonds, we had great chemistry. We still don't know what that means. But thanks for like being with us and helping us get the goalie punting champion. That was me. But also formally apologizing for anyone I hit during that. I think I hit everyone. Sorry. So that brings us to this year and all these amazing girls sitting in front of me. You girls made my experience at Aquinas unforgettable. All the hard work you put in at the summer camp, the beep test, and practices and games. You guys have earned everything we have accomplished. You guys are amazing. I'm so glad I was able to know all of you. You're so amazing, and I'm so glad you're on my ride. A shout out to the defense. We wouldn't have half the wins if it weren't for you, because they didn't really shoot on me a lot of the time. I'd like to send a thank you to all the parents for all the things you do for the team, like the team dinners and the locker signs, and just helping out at the peek out game. You guys are our #1 fans, and we wouldn't be nothing without you. And thanks for sitting through the rain and the snow. We really appreciate having fans in the stands. I like to end with this quote by Babe Ruth. The way a team plays as a whole determines its success. You may have the greatest bunch of individual stars in the world, but if you don't play together, the club won't be worth a dime. I believe that Aquinas has really embraced this quote, and the coaches and the team has really helped me understand that this is very important, is the team. Playing at Aquinas has been a great experience. I have grown as an individual through the ups and downs and learned so much about what it means to be part of a team. Everyone here, past players, coaches, and the whole support staff of Aquinas Soccer have taught me so much about soccer and life. I appreciate all of you, and thank you so much.
Excuse me, next up leaves us with one. This one kind of holds a little special place for me because, as you guys know, I sometimes talk a lot. And I always talk about that you have to bleed the shield and that you have to buy in and you have to want to live and die for what you're playing for. And at first I thought this young lady just was making fun of me. But as time went on, I realized, no, she gets it and she buys into it. With the World Cup around, it made me think a little bit about our national team, and I don't know, some of you guys might not even have been born yet, but John Hartz used to play for our national team, and they always called him the captain for life. And when I think of this young lady, that's kind of how in my 9 years, as great as the past people that have played before have been, that's how I think of Mary Dissidor. So next up, Mary Dissidor.
Hi everybody. When I left grade school, I knew a lot would be changing. My friends, my school, and hopefully my size, but little did I know that I would no longer be Mary Dissidor. I would now be the girl that people like Isabel Kemp would wonder if I suffered from brain trauma. I had become dizzy. The first taste I got of Aquinas was at summer camp, so I'd like to read an excerpt from my journal of that summer, which Maddie Holmes pointed out is red, so I have a red book. Soccer camp started this week, and I think the girls might like me. They call me Dizzy. We learned the offense and defense today, and I think I get it. Oh, and one of the upperclassmen actually talked to me. Life is really good right now. By the end of that hot summer week, I knew exactly where I belonged. And to this day, I can say that feeling has only gotten stronger. As I sat down and tried to write out what I was going to say tonight, I couldn't find the right words. What came to mind was thousands of memories flooding back. Simply put, this is my home. No matter what is going on in my life, the second I step on that field, it all goes away. I have found that almost every weekend of mine somehow ends up back on that field, with me laying on the 50-yard line thinking of everything you guys have given me. You've given me wins that still make my heart skip a beat. You've helped me through the tough times, the game day practices, beep test, bees running, water balloon fights, crazy bus rides in hotel room, glow-in-the-dark soccer games, endless PK shootouts, and everything in between. I don't think I ever realized just how fast it would all go by, and I never would have guessed how passionate I would have become for this school, for this program. Behind every hard time I've had, an even better one is hidden. The things I've learned, the mistakes I've made, the time we've spent together, good and bad, are only going to make leaving harder. Nothing will compare to wearing my game day polo and shyly asking my teacher for the 4th time that class to use the bathroom because I have to stay hydrated. Nothing will compare to the butterflies I get while sitting inside random hallways, bathrooms, or locker rooms with blaring music, the smell of Sharpie, and watching these crazy girls dance, sometimes really badly. Nothing will compare to listening to the coaches talk and somehow trying to remember what all 9 said. Nothing will compare to hearing Hams yell ready, ready, and getting to pull on that Aquinas jersey. For those who have the privilege of standing next to me in the walkout, I know nothing will compare to me singing the national anthem. Nothing will compare to reciting the prayer that still gives me goosebumps to this day. Nothing will compare to the boy's voice calling my name and running through that tunnel. Nothing will compare to the film sessions and forums, watching Ewing set down yet another piece of paper with shrimp written on it. Nothing will compare to the hugs after the goals, tackling each other to the ground. Nothing will compare to the prayers, the sweat, the tears, the screaming, the wins, the losses, the turf burns. Nothing will compare to my teams throughout the years, to you guys. Nothing will ever compare. I remember sitting exactly where you guys are. One of the seniors, Jody Beck, was giving her speech, and like Annie said, she gave the Urban Dictionary definition of a soccer girl. I sat there and literally wanted nothing more than to call myself a soccer girl. And walking away now, I can proudly say that that's what I am. Dizzy, the soccer girl. And that's exactly what all of you guys are. The St. Thomas Aquinas varsity girls soccer team. It's something to be proud of. We bleed the shield. We carry years of tradition. We are destined for greatness. I don't know how I will ever walk away from this program, how I will turn in my sweaty, stained number 10 jersey. But Ewing once told me that my past is just that, my past. I have more lives to live. I will still be playing soccer in my cleats, my beloved copas, and those are memories I will cherish. But one day I will even hang those up, trade them in for other shoes to walk down other paths. I am just happy to have gotten to walk that path with you girls, with the stadium lights bright, the shield on our jerseys, and our headgear tightly secured. I love you girls and these parents and our coaches in this school and this program more than any words could ever describe, more than anyone could ever comprehend. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Now let's go win state.
Real quick before we wrap it up. I don't know how many people saw it the other night, but it was probably one of the greatest scenes in my 9 years of, after the game, Mary Distor just laying on the field. And I know this isn't about Mary, it's about all the seniors tonight and this team going to state. But that is what us as coaches want from every single girl that plays for us. To make it even funnier, as you know, my son was out there playing with me and he swore something was wrong with Mary. He just kept saying, Dad, girl. And I told him, and of course my father rolled his eyes at it, but I said, one day, kiddo, you'll understand. Okay? And I think with this group of girls, be it the past that has come before them has got what this is about. And that it's not just this year, it's bigger and better than all that. Okay? It's the history, it's the inviting the Smiths back. Having Elf, having T-Han on staff, having Coach Brown who's been around with us forever, having Hams who's been with Ewing forever. I mean, it is. It's a long time they've been together. And I'm just fortunate that I get to be a part of it every day as well. And that you guys, you girls particularly, have made it a great. But one thing I want to do before we move it to Coach Ewing on house cleaning and kind of go over plans. And then we have one more speaker, is I would like all the girls to stand up for a second. And I'd like you to all turn and give your parents a hand because they've done it all for you guys. So yeah. Coach Sweeney would tell me she was building up. So next we'll go with Coach Ewing and kind of go over things for the next couple days, and then we'll finish up with more support.
Thanks, B. First of all, B. White for organizing this thing. He is incredible. He has so many good ideas, along with takeout and some other things he does, but B has brought so much to this program. I really appreciate him and all he does for us. Seniors, God, you guys did a great job, and thank you guys for coming back. Ollie and Paul, you were fantastic. Just going to give a quick brief of what's going on next couple days. I did send out an email. I know it's because some people, so they didn't know what was happening exactly. We just got practice tomorrow at normal time. I think the girls are doing a movie night tomorrow night. Is that correct, Liz? Yeah. It's kind of a traditional thing they do the day before we leave. We're going to have Mass at Holy Spirit on Friday at 8:30. Anybody that's available, come with us. We'd like to have you over there. And then we're going to board the bus about 1:20, I think it is. So we're going to try to get to Emporia by 3. And then we're going to do the Elf Walk, which is famous. We can't talk about it. The Elf Walk will happen. And then we're going to play Capon. And hopefully win that game. We're going to have Jimmy John's delivered for all the girls. And so they'll, on the way back on the bus, they'll have food paid for by Aquinas. All right, and then on Saturday, hopefully state championship, 2 o'clock. We're going to go to brunch together about 8:50 at First Watch on College. And then we'll go to board the bus and head up there for the state championship to play probably Blue Valley Southwest at 2 o'clock. So that's what we're looking forward to. And we're doing a good job. We're playing very well right now, so hopefully we can carry this thing out. And nights like tonight, I think, give us a better chance, honestly. B?
All right, and lastly, we all owe a tremendous amount of thanks because tonight and the past 4 years of this would not be possible without him, Kevin Pur.
Since Coach Ewing likes tradition, I'm hoping that this is the first edition, a senior parents poem by Kevin Longfellow Pur. There once was a girls' soccer team from Nantucket. Every year when they'd see Aquinas on their schedule, they'd say, "Let's duck it." But they played the game, and oh, what a shame, because Aquinas made it look like shooting fish in a bucket. The Aquinas soccer winning tradition seems quite easy to accomplish by following the simple rules of Coach Ewing. Play hard and smart without making any mistakes. That way you don't have to come out to receive your chewing. A heartfelt shout out to our beloved coaches, Ewing, B. White, Elf, Deanne, Turner Brown, Ragsdale, and Hams. Officially as Aquinas is just 3 away from coaching man to man. I'm so impressed and thankful to this coaching staff for creating this team chemistry, which leads to so much fun. That is the cornerstone to why this program is second to none. The senior marauders of Polzel, Sweeney, Laughlin, Borman, Purs, and Dizzy have made beaten opponents walk off the field, realizing they would have less damage if they were the parents of Miss Lizzie. The junior class is talent-laden with Myers, Coutey, Holmes, Paisley, Tyler, Quap, Reynolds, and Schmidt. The concern of a void for next year's senior leadership was already filled lickety-split. With exceptional sophomores like Specken, Denning, Colling, Sesky, Geiger, Stompoli, Sneed, and Petty, the coaches feel confident that with respect to the challenges of next year, these girls are completely ready. With a fantastic freshman nucleus of Little, Crow, and Hine, the future success of this soccer program looks mighty fine. In the box, some opponents desperately take a flop. Who can blame them? Nobody wants to get clopped. I believe in this team. I bet gold dollars any legal tender. After 3 years of steak, I worry that the juniors and their parents will hate me next year when it's back to chicken tenders. I don't know if you caught it, I rhymed tender with tender there. Playing more games as a cohesive team with great individual effort is vital. That's the recipe to our quest to win our 5th straight title. For many parents, this enjoyable chapter is about to close. Coping with that realization has been hard. Luckily for us, you girls have left us with a present. If we ever want to remember why we hate the sport, then we can open up your bag with your shin guards. Missing one last season is exceptionally vile, but I can simply choose to recall any of the other 11 and a half years to obtain an uncontrollable smile. How to score a 93 on a beat test is not a tricky riddle. It's my prop. Every February, Lindsay hands B. White a box of Skittles. Personally, Aquinas has taken me to new heights. I feel as manly as Liberace to be the proud keeper of the light. Saying goodbye to high school soccer for the Posels, Sweeneys, and Purses is an interesting tester because we have the added angle of becoming an empty nester. The senior moms have previously donated their time and efforts to this extraordinary program. They have been great workers. They saved the best for last. These 6 moms promised me that at the senior party, they're going to turn into a band of twerkers. That's how I do it. Thanking Diane, Francie, and Janet, and the many other hardworking moms makes my eyes misty. However, I cannot fight the urge to bow at the feet. Ah, you left me. Wonder Woman Christie. This 4-year high school soccer career is over in a nod. Once this challenge ends, then the next one opens for you to graduate college magna cum laude. Friday, you load the bus and head to Emporia. It's very cool that all of our girls are prettier than Eva Longoria. Finally, as you head to state with all of your chums, the mission is clear. Get one for the thumb.
Besides the fact that I just cashed in with a box of Skittles, I was also impressed that when Kevin threw it, that A, none fell out, and B, I caught it. So,
Yeah. You did
and it was, I mean, I thought the only poet in our program as a male was Coach Ewing, but I guess not. I'm taking the cake. Again, thank you so much, Kevin, you and your family for doing this for us. It has made, I think, a tremendous difference in our program. I speak for all of us as a staff. Thank you so much. I don't have anything else. Girls, you do have practice at 10:30. Okay. Don't stay out too late.
If you wait, can we get that picture by my car?
Yes.
Is it raining?
It was.
Hey, y'all gotta get pictures. I know y'all break up and you get pictures of threes and fours, but I want to get a team picture of y'all.
Okay.
And we'll use my green coffin as a backdrop.
So, ladies, if you move out towards the car to get our picture taken,